they upload better to YouTube if they're 10-minute shots. Anything more, my computer gets cranky. Cortez Schenck in the 6th frame of the handicap division title match from Triangle Bowl in Longview. That's a strike, his second of the game. He trails by 19 to Thomas Nute. Both bowlers with 3 JBT titles, so someone's going to win their 4th here. It's advantage Nute early on. We'll see what happens in this deciding half of the game. Meanwhile, in the scratch division, we got Tanner Spacey in the semifinal against John Jordan. Spacey leads, but that lead's been cut into by Jordan. We'll try and catch the finish of that match while we get the second half here of the title match. Strike working for Nute, 6th frame. Beautiful shot. Bowled on the Kegel Route 66 pattern today. There's a lot of hold in the middle of the lane. That's typical of the pattern. The bowlers have carved out a little bit of hook on the left and right sides of the lane, so there's some room to play, and Thomas right now is riding that hold perfectly. That's how you attack this pattern, and he's got a great look on the lanes. We'll just see if he can execute down the way here. Qualified first at plus 407. It was interesting, the top 5 in handicap were just killing it all day long, but the rest of the field, 6 through 20, wasn't extraordinarily high. There was just a couple bowlers that just dominated on this pattern. It only took plus 118 or something like that for 10th. So a big gap between the top 5 and the rest of the field here. Pulls up a little bit. There, finally gets the ball to carry the 8th in. He left a couple solid 8s on that lane. That time a no-doubter. And that 3-bagger extends his lead considerably. Schenck's going to have to figure out the right-hand lane on this shot to stay in this match. If he doesn't strike here, it's going to be awful hard for him to win the tournament. Better shot. Oh, man. And Schenck would like to take lane 28 outside and chop it up into kindling right now, because that lane has killed him in this game. Spacey with a good count here will advance to the title match. It'll be his 2nd title match in 3 tournaments. That's a pretty good count. Schenck will have to get a miracle here. No, not to be this time. It's funny when you're on easy lane conditions, sometimes when they go, they can confuse you even more because you've been so dialed in all day, it almost catches you by surprise that, oh wow, the ball's checking up all of a sudden, what do I do? And then he moved a little further left. And even though he got the strike on that one, it was still almost an 8-10, so it looks like Tez has a little bit of over-under issues going on, where if he gets the ball to where the hook spot's been all day long, it hooks too much. If he gets the ball left of that, he's getting too much skid. That's a nightmare for a bowler. Thomas doesn't have that right now, and that's going to be the difference in this game. And Nute throwing excellent shots, too. Every ball's been right in the 1-2 pocket. Right over the target, and hey, there you go. They say it's better to be lucky than good, but when you're both, it gets awful darn hard to beat you, and that was a real fortunate rolling of the 3-pin there, and that makes it a 4-bagger, and that makes the rest of this game academic, as Thomas Nute is going to capture title number 4. Let's see, it's a matter of how far he can string it out here. He had the high game of the whole tournament, scratch or handicap. Qualified first after 5 games, qualified first after 8 games, and he's going to qualify first after 12, and that's when it matters the most. He will be in the TPC out of the handicap division. We'll see what he can do in tomorrow's invitational tournament. Cortez still an awful good result for him today. 2nd place points to consolidate his all-conference points lead. Finally gets the right combination on lane 28. And body language tells the story right there. He's deflated right now, but I think the whole tour will agree that you see a lot more of him, and probably a lot more of him this season still. Yep, Tez City hit over under City in the title match. Right, yeah. It makes sense why. When an easy shot finally does change, it can be a head scratcher as to what to do. Right. Well, not to be this game, but yet another outstanding tournament for Tez and Mr. Nute, number 4. So a victory lap, a relative rarity on tour. Beautiful, yeah. Hey, 10 shots right in the 1-2 pocket. Thomas Bolden, outstanding game. It could have been even better than it is. He's got back 6 so far, and it was solid 8, and a half 7th in were the only 9 counts, so could be looking at front 10 yet again. That's good payback for a $2.99, win a title anyway. Another nice shot. This time the 3 doesn't roll. Yeah, that's a 240, how about? Right? 248 with the spare, that's all. Well, say goodbye to your handicap, but say hello to a title. Thomas, there you go. 248. Well done, Thomas. Be sure to watch the Scratch Division and all our other videos on YouTube.